Welcome to Lead with Clarity. This is a space for leaders who want to grow without losing themselves in the process. Each episode is a short reflection on leadership, influence, and the inner work that shapes how we show up for others. It's not hype, it's not noise, it's just clear thinking for the journey of leading well. Today's episode is entitled The Responsibility of the Seat You Occupy. Here we go. There's a version of leadership that most people recognize. Hit the numbers, grow the business, deliver results. And that version isn't wrong, but it's incomplete. The leaders who leave a real mark are not just focused on what they build, they're focused on what they leave behind. There's a difference between a leader who achieves and a leader who contributes. Today, we're going to sit in that difference. Tim Cook said something that I think about often. He said, "We believe we have a responsibility to leave the world better than we found it." Now, some people hear that and think corporate philanthropy. They think sustainability reports and ESG scores. But that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about a foundational belief that shapes how decisions get made at every level of an organization. It's not about programs, it's about orientation. I've worked with senior leaders across a wide range of industries, and one of the patterns I see most consistently is this. Leaders who are most admired, not just successful, but truly admired, operate with a sense of stewardship. They think about the people who will come after them. They think about the culture they are handing off. They ask not just, did we win, but was it worth winning that way? That kind of question changes your behavior. It changes what you reward. It changes who you promote. It changes how you show up on your worst days when the pressure is highest and the shortcuts look most attractive. Here's where leaders get this wrong. They hear responsibility to leave the world better and they relegate it to corporate social responsibility. They create a committee. They fund a foundation. They tick the box. But Tim Cook isn't describing a department. He's describing a disposition, a belief that is woven into the way the company operates at its core. How products are designed, how suppliers are treated, how employees are developed, how failures are owned, how customers are treated. When responsibility is a program, it's performative. When it's a belief, it becomes culture. So here's the reframe I want you to carry forward. Stop asking, what am I building? And start asking, what am I leaving? Those two questions lead to very different decisions. What am I building is transactional. What am I leaving is relational and generational. The leaders I've coached who operate from the second question are not less effective. They are more effective because people want to follow someone who is building something that matters. And they will run through walls for a leader who makes them feel like their work contributes to something beyond a quarterly target. That's not idealism. That's a competitive advantage. I want to give you something to take into your week. Think about a decision you are currently wrestling with, something about your team, your organization, or your strategy. Now ask, if I make this decision the way I'm leaning, what will it leave behind? Not for the business, but for the people, for the culture, for the next leader who sits in your chair. That question will not always change your answer, but it will change your awareness. And awareness over time changes behavior. Tim Cook didn't say responsibility is easy. He said it's something he believes in. There's a weight to that word, believes. It means it guides decision-making even when it's costly, even when nobody is watching, even when the easier path is right there. That's the standard of legacy leadership. Not perfection, not performance, a genuine orientation toward contribution. The seat you occupy matters. What you do with it matters more. And what you leave in it when you're done, that's what defines you as a leader.